is Rebecca. You can find me on Ravelry, Instagram, and Twitter as EvilTwin2. You can find show notes on the blog owlknitwithyou.blogspot.com. We have a group on Ravelry, owlknitwithyou is what it's called. Spaces between all those words. And then you can email me if you'd like at owlknitwithyou@gmail.com. Hi, how are all my owls and my yous? I feel like my voice is lower than normal. Hold on. So we have one new front, and her name is Circa Sunshine, who is Stephanie from Wisconsin. So hello. If you have not yet, go to the introduction thread in the podcast group on Ravelry and introduce yourself. You can just say hey, and kind of like, if I was to post, I'd be like, hey, my name is Rebecca. I host a podcast too. And we have a thread for that called the Hey, I'm a Podcaster's thread. What? There you can go and post your podcasts. Let us know how awesome it is so all the rest of us can watch it. There's also a Strut Your Puffs thread for those of you who knit Hexie Puffs. And I think that's all the threads right now. There will be a sock knit along from May 1st until the end of July. So get your sticks ready for that. I've already had people telling me that they've been prepping stuff. So I will probably open a prep thread soon because people seem really excited about it. And I love what I've seen so far. I've also been doing some sock prep. So, you know, jump on all the bandwagons, right guys? So let's hop. Oh, I have a winner to announce. My goodness. And also one of my smoke alarms is dying, so there's a beep, or the pressure change, I don't know, it's one of the two, so there's beeping from that, and I'm so sorry, it's been driving me crazy. I just want to buy a new battery, but I haven't yet, so I'll get there. Oh my goodness, what did I just do? Okay, the winner for the shawl along that has been going on since the day after Christmas until the last day of March is Jam2Knit. So if you are Jam2Knit, send me a message with a link to your prize that you would like. It is any pattern on Ravelry that costs less than $10. If there is an e-book that is less than $10, you could just win that. Or if you cannot pick, just email me and be like, surprise me with something off my wish list, and I totally will. I still have been gifting people for the my 1-year podiversary, where I had people send me the word water if they saw it during the credits. And I've still been gifting those, so that's been fun to do every month. Yeah, buying people patterns on Ravelry. It's good fun. So let's move on to some blather. So last time I podcasted, I kind of hinted that something was wrong, but I didn't want to get into it because I was not emotionally prepared to talk about anything. I broke up with my boyfriend of 3.5 years. I mean, neither one of us did anything horribly wrong. It just wasn't, I don't know, I don't think it was going to last forever, which really makes me sad. So, you know, we're both still pretty young, so figure sitting around waiting for it to end wasn't fun either. So that's how that's going. So yeah, but I think like I had mentally prepared myself and like subconsciously been making all of these plans, and I have like had no time to myself since it happened. I've been so busy and I don't know how. Like I've been working a later shift than normal, which I make my own hours, so that's all my fault. Which means I don't get home. When I get home, I just want to go to bed, and then I'd have to be at something in the morning. Like I just have hardly had like 10 minutes to myself, and so that's been really nice. But it also means that I haven't had time to do anything. So pros and cons, right? And also like the nights that I did have to myself, I just wanted to veg out and destroy a thing of ice cream that I had, and I got the flu. So I was sick in bed for a couple of days. I had to call into work, which I never call into work, so that was awful, miserable. I think I'm still a little congested, which is why I feel like I sound deeper than normal, but I don't know about that. Yeah, so that's going how it's going. I don't really have any other. I mean, that's pretty big. So, but I have so much cool stuff, and you can actually see some of it today. I usually cut it out of the shop, but today I did not. I have so much cool stuff to show you guys today. So, put on your excited pants, because we have stuff to talk about. Blabbins, I got nothing. So, we have so much stuff to talk about, but not the first category. But I do have lots of... I don't know why I typed that in there. I do have lots of woes and woes for you guys. So, my owl that I was doing for the Harry Potter Knit and Crochet House Cup, which I will, for here on after, refer to as the House Cup, did not get finished. After what happened to me relationship-wise, I skipped a couple days of working on it, where I probably should have been working on it, and I still have about 30 grams. And I knew if I was going to push myself to finish it that I would probably not knit the entire thing, which is what I want to do. And so then that seemed wasteful to me to like just cut it short because I wanted to make it in time for the House Cup. And so I just thought, you know what, Rebecca, take care of yourself. Save your 30 grams and knit this when you want to knit it. Like, knitting should be relaxing. And when you're pushing yourself to do it, I mean, like, there's stuff I push myself to get done, but when you're pushing yourself to do it and it's not making you happy, I kind of believe, like, I don't get into a lot of the psychological therapy stuff, but I kind of believe that, like, every stitch that you put in there, if you're putting negative thoughts into a piece of work, then it'll just never make you happy. Like, it'll radiate that negativity, which I just said I don't believe in that stuff, but a little bit I do, and so, I don't know. But it's getting really long, I feel like. And it's really pretty. This is like my whole length of my torso. I didn't realize it was that long. And I still have quite a bit to go, and so my big concern is that it was not going to be long enough, and it was going to be too wide, but now that I'm holding it up, I feel like it'll be okay, because I still have 30 grams of fluff to go. So, I think it'll work out. I don't know when I'm going to finish it. I'm not making it a priority right now, and I'll tell you why in a second. But I don't hate it still, and I think that's important, is to not hate it. So, but we will get there, Stoll. We will get there. Okay, other whips that I have. So I'm going to SSK, which I've mentioned before. And they are doing a knit along. Oh, it's fine. Sorry. They're doing a knit along right now where if you knit a pattern, this is their second knit along. So if you knit a pattern for someone who is going to SSK, then you can enter it in the CAL. That's the CAL. Like, so then I had to go, I literally went through every single person who was going, because I tagged them all in a post, and looked at all their design pages and picked out a few things. But all the stuff that I actually picked out was from Lala, who is Laura, who's on the podcast. I actually picked out stuff from her, which I feel like I should have picked someone like unheard of, but I really wanted to make a pair of shawl and a pair of socks, and she has great patterns for both, so that's what I ended up doing. This sock, okay, so I made those Terminus socks, right? I still have like basically 50 grams, because when you make short socks, you have so much yarn left, and I really want to make another pair of socks out of this yarn, because I stinking love it. And so, this is just the toe so far of a sock, but it's going to be the Interrupting Cow socks. And they have lots of slip stitches, which I think will play with the colors on this yarn, like, in a really fun way. I'm really excited about that. So we'll just see how it goes. The other pair of socks I knit out of these were Hermione's Everyday socks, and so they had some really fun pulling. So I'm excited to see how these show up, how these work out for me. But that's as far as I got. I did that on Easter, so that's not very exciting so far. And then, okay, so this is a little bit, this project has a story with it. There is an art bat maker named Hello Pearl. That's the name of her shop. That's not her real name, actually. And I stinking love her art bats. Like, they just make me happy. Everything about them. I've never seen one I was like, I don't know, Hello Pearl, that doesn't quite work. Every time I see them, I'm just like, that's beautiful. And she doesn't keep her Etsy shop full during festival season because she takes it all on the road with her. Where some people, like, you know, you can buy it from the shop or you can buy it from Etsy or whatever. And so it's kind of hard to get your hands on her stuff unless you see it in person. Which only just makes it more desirable, of course. And so I'm going to this fantastic fiber fair in Indiana. Not this weekend, but next weekend. And I think it's just called like the Great Fiber Festival or something, something like nondescript like that. And one of the vendors who's gonna be there is Hello Pearl. Now, at my very first and my other fiber festival, I've only been to like, this is my second one. There's a really little one in Southern Illinois, but it's not worth counting as a fiber festival, unfortunately. I got one of her art bats and I applied it with some straight yellow, and this was Hot Air Balloon Ride, and I applied it with just some yellow that I had also bought at the same fiber event. And so I thought this needs to be a thing so I can wear it in her booth, and when I, you know, if she's talking to me or whatever, I'll be like, oh yeah, this shawl that I'm wearing is something that I made out of your yarn and some other person's yarn. Or, you know, bats and stuff. And so I am doing the, what's it called? Lala's Simple Shawl, and it is really pretty and really stinking easy, but I wanted something that didn't have a lot of motifs in it, so that, some lacy motifs, so that the color changes wouldn't look ridiculous with it, because there's just a lot of stuff going on with this yarn, because it was an art bat. So it's kind of hard to see because it's on a little short one right now, but there we go so far. I just threw off stitches. Hold on. Let me save those, and then I will continue what I was saying. I really like where it's headed. I think it's supposed to be a reversible shawl too, and so I think it looks good both ways. Like, you know, the colors are just so redonkulous that no one is going to be like, oh, it's not perfect. I think it's perfect. I think I'm going to love it. I think it'll look better in daylight than it will in artificial light, but it's really pretty. It just looks like Easter vomit with some pretty glitter in it, and I love it. But I'm really excited to see how the rest of this knits up. And since it is a simple lace pattern that you kind of repeat, or a simple shawl pattern that you repeat over and over, I can kind of just stop when I'm running low on yarn and not have to worry about the size of it. But it is growing really fast, so I'm really excited about this whip. Let me tell you what. Now I have some, what do I have? I have some repairs, which is kind of a faux, but not really a faux. This one wasn't even a repair. I don't know what that's in here. So when I first started making socks, and even now, still really, I don't make the foot short enough. I make the foots too long, or I put the heels in too late, however you want to say it, which direction you do your socks. And so this weekend, I was like, I just really need a pair of comfortable socks on my feet right now. And my socks were so floppy, and it made me like, I was like, these socks are so floppy, what the heck is going on? And so it made me really mad. I was like, this is so stupid, I'm a knitter, these should fit correctly. So, I was in the kind of mood where if it's not going to work, I don't want to mess with it. And so I picked up the stitches that I would need, and I cut off the original toe of my sock, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I just cut the toe off my sock, and I was going to try and save that yarn, but then I thought, these are my socks. I can do whatever I want with them. And so I had showed you guys that Miss Crosby's S'mores yarn last time, and I showed you where I had kind of nicked it when I opened the package. Well, that piece of yarn turned out to be like just a couple of yards. It wasn't huge. And so it was just about enough. I had to pick up a little bit extra to do the toe of this sock in the S'mores. But look how pretty it is. Look how pretty it is knit up. Those are reds. That is totally correct. Because it looks like just melted chocolate and marshmallows and graham crackers. And when I got it, I was like, I like this. It's squishy. It smells nice. The color doesn't thrill me. But now that I've seen it knit up, I just want like a whole sweater of this. Maybe we'll have to do that. I'm like weirdly close to light, so I'm getting weird shadows on my face. But look at how pretty it is. It's so pretty. And I don't think it doesn't match, but it doesn't like, I didn't use like neon purple, which really wouldn't have matched. But now the foot length is correct, which, by the way, if you're wondering what my foot length is, it is tiny. Super tiny. I'm just little. Usually, I think I measured it at 6.5 inches and then the heel. So, that's where I put my heels in it now because I have measured my foot when I procrastinated that for a long time and I don't really know why. So this one is wrong, or this one is right now. And so it fits like a dream and I just love it. This sock that I threw on the floor is still too long because I haven't fixed this one yet. But it has like a lot of lace on it. So I'm not really sure because it's a Cookie EA sock. And so I'm not really sure how I'm going to pick those stitches up to cut the toe off. But it looks like my gauge is just massive on this sock too. So it just looks like a really big sock for some reason, and it's not that big. So maybe I'll be fine. But, So the reason I was messing with these two socks in particular is that like, both of them, and I just found this part on this one too, both of them have some stitches that have popped and then ripped, and they're not very comfortable to walk on. And so, well, now I feel like I definitely need to cut this toe off one way or another, sucker. Because this looks like it's like 1 inch too long. Like, look, this toe looks, I'm just rambling, I know. This toe looks huge. Let me compare. This toe, right, yeah, that toe is massive. So I think if I can pick up where the toe is at and then just sloop that up, we'll be okay. We'll be on the right bucket. See, because the first time I made this Cookie A sock, I made the first one, then I didn't make the other one for like 3 years. But the first one is so dang tight that I was really paranoid about it and used like a size needle up. But then I had learned how to hold my yarn correctly, and so this one's too loose and the other one's too tight, and it's just a mess. I should just reknit them with different yarn. But, well, we'll figure it out. It'll get there. So that's my sort of an FO. Now for some serious foes. We got, I was just itching to make a cowl. And I didn't want to use a pattern for it because I just really didn't want to. And so I made this cowl. Okay, so I bought this beautiful yarn in Belleville. I showed it to you guys, right? And I wanted to make a cowl out of it. So I did, and I love it even more. But there's still like half a skein left, so I could probably make 2 little cowls like this. And I haven't woven my ends in yet because for the house cup, you can turn it into, like for Stash Dash, it counts if you haven't woven in your ends. And so I'm waiting to weave my ends in until the next term, which is kind of silly, but also what I am doing, so whatever. But it is exactly what I wanted. Like, I just wanted a really snug little cowl, like that was not gonna, I didn't want it to be loopy. I wanted it to be like, because when it got cold here this winter, I could not keep a scarf to cover my neck in the way that I wanted. It looks ridiculous with this string hanging out. But I wanted it like that. That's exactly what I wanted. And so now that's what I've got. And I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't know if I'll wear it a whole lot, but it's what I wanted. So, pros and cons. If nothing else, it could be a sweet headband, right? I could rock that. Cover my side shave if it's really chilly outside. It's got possibilities. I don't have to figure it out. Now, this is the most exciting FO. Drum roll please. I totally finished my pixelated pullover sweater, except I made it short sleeved because by the time I was ready to wear it, it was like already warm outside, and so I wanted to wear it longer, so short sleeves it was. It turned out great. It's a little bit short. I don't know if it's really short. I think I was just wearing it with weird jeans. It happens. I think it looks great. That's the back shaping there. This is the front. I like the pattern. I like the yarn with this pattern. I feel like everything looks really well and put together. I haven't worn it out very much. I wore it one day. And it worked great. It was a great sweater. So 10 points for the pixelated pullover. But not 10 points, 44 points, because that's how many points I got for it, for submitting it to the Head Mistress Challenge. So there, now you know how much I got. And yeah, I have so much mustache to show you. It's a little obscene, but I didn't buy most of it. Did I buy any of it? I didn't even buy any of this. This is ridiculous. Okay. But so really quickly, I'm going to sum up my House Cup stuff because I have like nothing to tell you. And then I will do mustache and then probably be about done. So that's incorrect. My show notes are a little off because I forgot to delete something from last week. Anyway, the House Cup stuff, I spent so much time just trying to plow through the planned pooling stole that I didn't get much done. I mean, you guys saw my two classes there, my Terminus socks and my Mockingjay blanket square. And then that was my Headmistress challenge that had to be in by the 22nd, which got in fine. And then besides that, like, I didn't really get anything done. I mean, I got my spinning stuff done, which I'm pretty sure I showed you guys. And then I just kind of, like, got next to the finish line and fell over because that was the month I was having, and that's totally fine. So now we're doing a bunch of wrapping it up stuff. We're wrapping everything up, and it has been so much fun being a Pride leader. Like, that's the biggest thing I did, and it was so much fun. So that just means I was in charge of like a smaller group of people within my house, which was awesome. And okay, so I got a gift from both of my co-Pride leaders, because they've been doing a Pride together, I think, for a pretty long time. One of them sent me a pattern for a cowl, which is funny because I just made up my own cowl. Which, if you want that cowl pattern, it is easy. It is 11 rows of 2x2 ribbing, and then like enough rows of seed stitch till it gets the length that you want, or 2 inches below, and then another 11 rows of 2x2 ribbing. So, but it's pretty. It's comfy. Anyway, so one of my group co-leaders sent me like so many stitch markers. She sent me 3 little, okay, so she sent me them all in like a tiny card envelope. It was like this big, and it would just look like a regular envelope, but it was really heavy. And so when I opened it, all of a sudden, there are like 3 sets of stitch markers in there. Look at them. They're so cute. They're just green little leafy things, and then they all have this like dragonfly lady in them. Right? Okay, so that's one of them. I think they're all the same. I haven't opened them because I don't want to lose any of it yet. Yeah, I mean, it's just 3 sets of this dragonfly lady doing and the leaves. So, they're super stinking cute. And I haven't used them yet because I wanted to show them to you guys before I lost them all over the place. I won't lose them. But, you know, they wouldn't be a set anymore. And so, that just made my heart all happy and warm. I got my last bat from the Phoenix Fiber Company. This one did not have a name on it, but it is lovely. So it's like a dreamscape to me. Like, doesn't this just say like fluffy clouds and lavender and moonshine and moonbeams and, you know, just like an evening starry sky. That's what it makes me think of. Oh, evening starry sky, bat. So, I'm kind of bummed because I was really like, the first one I was kind of like, meh. And then like the more bats I got from her, the more I was like, I need these bats in my life all the time. So maybe I'll sign back up for this. It was a Christmas present the first time. So I actually have not paid for these. They've been paid for, but not by me. So, I don't know. That might be like a birthday gift to myself, or maybe I'll just go to a fiber festival and do it that way. But I don't know if I'm going to have time to spend, and I'll show you why in just a second. So I also went to a Stitch and the letter B word with some of my peers. Now, normally the stuff in my area is like older women, which is cool. I don't mind that at all. It does not bother me. But I don't see a lot of 27-year-olds, 28-year-olds, my age-year-olds knitting, and so it's kind of a bummer, but it's not a big deal. But I had met the chick who does the fat fiber boxes, who lives near me, and then I met her last year, and then she recently invited me to this event. It was just four people meeting at Barnes & Noble / Starbucks, but she had brought yarn for a person, and they didn't show up, and so she just gave it to me, because it's from her stash, and she was given to them as a gift. And so I have this super cute yarn, and this is a no longer existing yarn company called Knit Up. This is the Posh base in the clear watercolor way. But look, it's so pretty. It's just the bluest of blues. I don't know, you're getting some darker black colors it looks like, but it's all just like royal blues and just more royal blues. And then there was also some soap in here that is Dead Sea Mud. And it smells really good. Dead Sea Mud. I don't know if that's like a local thing or if that's something that she does. I'm not 100% sure of the Dead Sea Mud stuff. But I just really was like, what? You giving me a present just for showing up? She's like, yeah, that's what you get for attending. And so it was really cool. And it was good to see her after not seeing her for a while. And then, okay, so I went through the whole breakup thing, and then, like, we never lived together or anything like that, but, you know, you leave stuff at people's places, and I had, in the summer, I thought maybe I was going to move apartments, and I ended up not doing that, but I had some of my stuff shipped there, including that package that Maria sent me. Maria, she's my fantastic friend from the House Cup / everywhere else now, and, so that's the address she had for me, was his place. And so she had sent me stuff in the mail, and I never got it. And she was like, well, this is the address. And I was like, oh, okay. So I went and got some of my stuff while he wasn't there, because I still had his key, which he's got back now. And then, but it was kind of like sad but good, because I was like, this really isn't fun. But at the same time, I have 2 boxes of mystery in them with me. And so there's so much stinking stuff. She can pack boxes, I tell you what. Because she lives in Germany, so she sends me all this stuff, and it's just like, how'd you get all that in one box? I don't even understand. But this was 2 boxes, so to be fair, I understand. So the first thing I'll show you are the things for me, and then there are things for her, which I will explain. So I got this sock set, and she told me it should make 2 pairs of socks. And look at this yarn. It's like teals and dark blues and just like all of Rebecca's favorite colors. So I am super excited about that. And then I got this superwash merino that she says that's for me, which I'm excited because I don't have that much. I have some white, some natural color alpaca. It's white. And then now I have this, and so I want to spin it and then knit it and then dye it. So we'll see. I haven't done much of that yet. And then she sent me like a bunch of cute little stuff. So like I got this cute little owl that she made. And I got a rainbow, which just makes me happy. And I got a little Starbucks drink. Look at this. Is that not the cutest? Okay, this is my favorite one. I can't help it. It's adorable. And she had gone to the UK, like Harry Potter, Universal Studios stuff. And so I got a Harry Potter, there's like fuzz on it, Harry Potter blood pop, and I got, I have not put this on my keychain because I wanted to show it to you guys, an Order of the Phoenix Harry Potter keychain, which I am just ridiculously thrilled about. It's a little silly. I got a little thing, what's the words? The Deathly Hallows pin. I got this cute little bookmark, and I got a Gryffindor notebook, right? Because, you know, that's what we are. I got my Harry Potter shirt on today, actually, and I'm wearing Slytherin green with it, which, whoops, that's okay. She sent me this hilarious napkin, which looks like Euros, but is actually just like a paper napkin. I don't know why, but it makes me just laugh every time. I don't know, it's just really funny. I got some postcards from there, so I got Slytherin and Gryffindor, because, you know, I'm sorted into Slytherin, or I'm sorted into Gryffindor, but I got a little bit of a Slytherin side. It's okay. And then there was this cute postcard from her, just like 4-leaf clover, just made me happy. And so that's all stuff for me. And then the rest of the stuff in the boxes is for her. And so basically what happened is she's got some awesome fluff, and she wants the yarn, but would rather have me spin it, or just doesn't have time, you know what I mean. But so I'm super, like, look at this, you guys. These are all samples of different, this one is too, of different types of fibers. So there's like soy and bamboo, and there's linen in there, and just like, those are all the little bits of natural things, including some baby alpaca, which is this, oh, I just pulled it right out. This is, oh, this is baby camel, and it is like cloud, fluffy, soft brown. So it's all just like these undyed, natural, cute little fibers. And I can't wait to touch them all and just spin them all. I'm just so excited. And then like this is a bag of nylon just that I could just mix it with stuff. And I would pull it out, but it gets, look, it's all over my hand now. It gets everywhere. But I don't even know how I would do that, but I'll figure it out. And so, you know, there's just like this box of wonder. And that's all like, I'm going to spin those up individually. Like, this is the baby alpaca. Because you want to know which fiber you're working with. And then there's the box of super fun, colorful stuff. So there's this like purpley flower one. I don't know, just flowers. She wanted this as a 2-ply with the pink and the white, which I totally think that's going to be awesome. We've got this ridiculously pretty blue, which you can see it. That's pretty. Yeah, there you go. There's reds and pinks and some like smaller batches of stuff just like to sample. I know it's in the bag, so it's a little hard to see, but you're going to see it when I spin it anyway. And there's like this multicolored fun stuff, and oh my gosh, you guys, I'm going to be spinning for like the next, till it's done. I don't know how long it's going to be. So I might propose all of this as another Harry Potter thing. I might just go ahead and start spinning. I just have so much fluff in my future that, and you know, I have no set deadline, but I'm really excited about working on it. So I think once I get the shawl done, which I'd like to have done before I leave next weekend, then I don't really have a time limit on things. You know, it's kind of like whenever I get these things done, they'll be done. So I can go ahead and start spinning. But one thing I wanted to do, because I never have time to do it, is to give my wheel a spa day, which I don't really know what all that entails. There's a really good article about it on Nitty, which I looked at a couple of years ago, and I still haven't done it. So, but it's mostly like, you know, just kind of like cleaning it up, getting it working top notch, and then I think go ahead and start spin everything after that, because it'd probably work in the best it could anyway. So that'd be probably the best course of action. And I love how people weren't like, oh, you're going through a breakup, let me send you gifts. It was like, you are an awesome person, and these happened to all arrive after that. And I don't know, that just made me feel really good. Except for the bat, which was actually a club that his mom had bought me. But she had texted me after she found out, and she was like, are you okay? She's like, we still love you, you're fantastic. Which just made me cry. So his family is really sweet, and I will miss them. But anyway, so thank you guys. There's a lot of you sent me really sweet messages on the board as well, because I'm more active over there than I have making podcasts. And you guys mean a lot to me, even if you don't speak up. Like, just, I'm not a needy person. Like, I don't need 100 people to watch the podcast. I just do it because it's fun for me, really. Like, if there were 4 viewers, I'd still be happy. But then, you know, when I do get online and I see all those numbers and, like, the words of encouragement and people asking what's going on, like, that just, I don't know, it hits home a little bit and it makes it feel real, and I feel loved, and you guys are so sweet. So, I hope that you all had a wonderful Easter. Okay, so I'll tell you a funny story about my Easter, and then I'm gonna hop off here. So, I had, like, tried to stay up all night the night before Easter because my parents wanted to go to, like, a 7 a.m. service, and I am not a morning person, and I had been sick. Like, it just wasn't gonna happen. I totally made it to church, and then we went to their house, and then, like, after we got to their house, we had, like, 4 hours, and then everyone was gonna come over for, like, hangout times. Well, I was gonna help clean. There wasn't a lot to do, but I was gonna help, you know, I wasn't gonna be, like, a jerk. And I just, like, sat down, and I just, like, passed out for, like, 4 hours. So that happened. And then kind of, like, the rest of Easter, I was kind of, like, in a sleep fog where, like, I only had 4 hours of sleep, and I went home, and then I took my friend some soup because she's been sick, and with something different than this, so we probably made, like, a super germ. But anyway, so, like, it was just, like, a weird Easter where, like, I was really just, like, happy and peaceful and surrounded by love, or sleeping the whole time. So that was good. But, I don't know, you guys. I think when it comes to stuff like this, you kind of just, like, have to find ways to make yourself be happy. Like, I've been looking at extra stupid stuff on the internet because it makes me laugh, and you know, sometimes you just need to laugh even if it's just like, oh my gosh, that cat did the dumbest thing. And so there's a song that I've been stuck on all day. I don't even know why. Like, it's been on my iPod for a while. It was a free iTunes song like months and months and months ago. And then all of a sudden, like, today, I'm like, I have to hear this song over and over. And if you want to know what it is, I'll pull it up, I'll find out the name of it. What's it called? Shoot, okay. It's by Shaky Graves, which is the name of the band. And then Dearly Departed is what it's called. And it's not a song about death, really. Well, I don't think it is. But it's kind of like, okay, it probably is a little more about breakups than I really want to admit. But it's, the main line of the song says, you know, you and I both know that the house is haunted, and you and I both know that the ghost is me. But both the female and the main male character are saying that. And so it's like, you know, even whenever you're home by yourself, it's almost like this person who was there is kind of still there a little bit. But the song gets a little silly, and I don't know, it just cracks me up. The song just makes me laugh. And so before the podcast, like, I'm so unmotivated today. I laid on the floor and listened. I just was like, I want to lay on the floor and listen to this song. And so I just like stared at the ceiling, because I don't ever do anything like that. And I was like, I just need to like be at peace. So I laid on the floor and I played the song, and I just was like, at first I was like, no, I'm gonna be calm, I'm gonna listen to the song. And like by the end of it, I was like moving my feet and like, you and I both know that the house is haunted. Like, I was singing along, and my neighbors probably think I'm crazy because I have neighbors again now. And so whatever, I don't care. It made me really happy. Just doing stupid stuff that makes me happy. Anyway, you guys make me happy, and piles of presents make me happy. You can't see it. I feel like I should just have it all like right next to me just so you can look at how loved I am. This is how much I love you guys. Like, you don't even understand. So, you guys are awesome. I'm awesome. Everything's awesome. We're gonna be good. We're gonna get through this. We'll get through this, you guys. But thank you for watching. Seriously, I feel like I say that every time, but you guys are awesome. And you make this worth doing. So, get your sock stuff ready. I'll put a sock prep thread out there. I'm going to post the socks that I would be knitting, because I've already picked some out. And then, yeah, you guys can show me your sticks and your picks, and do some clicks, you know, we'll stop that there. So, wherever you are, whatever you're going through, I'll knit with you guys. But that's not even what I say. I'll knit with you. Bye, guys.